What up, YouTube? Welcome to another episode of KM Videos True Stories.
Welcome to another episode, KM Videos, true stories.
I give a roll, you know what I'm saying? Rolling down the street in my city car. Oh, I hit front, back, side to side.
For my love, my dog, the pimp, the Harlems.
Check it out.
Had this dope, sweatshirt and loafers on.
That was it. I never stopped banging. I started banging hard, then I got so hard till it was a shame.
Welcome to another episode of KM Videos, true stories.
Today's story takes place right there on West 60th Street near Alviso. And it's about Jed Rodell. So let me tell you a little bit about Jed. Jed grew up in the Harlems, maybe around 28th, 29th. And he ran with Big James Miller and Michael Johnson, two of the big names from the original Harlem Crips. And Jed had a bunch of brothers and sisters. And they moved to the 60s on Keniston and 60th in 1975. Today's episode takes place in 1991, up in the hills, 60th Street and Keniston Avenue. This was one of the main blocks right here, Keniston and 60th. And a lot of shit went down on this block, from the big games, the fights, shootouts. You know, I got a lot of stories about the street. Some good days, some bad days, but this is the main block where we all hung out. We had the big games, the Kev and them house, and it cracked. It cracked from morning to night, sometime after midnight. And these brothers, they some down brothers. I don't want to call them crazy because that term may get misinterpreted. These were some down dudes with the business, fully with the business. And so Jed had went away for a long time. I don't know what the case was, right? He went away, did him some state time. He came home around 1991. Around 1991, maybe the end of 1991. And Jed didn't want to stay in the house with his brother, so he bought him a van. And Jed used to go rob jewelry stores and banks. He used to do bank licks and jewelry stores, right? And I remember one time he came up on a few Rolex watches and stuff like that. And Jed was all right, but Jed was kind of like me. He was kind of a loner off to himself. But he was going to go find me some money. He got in a couple of crap games, but he wasn't really no crap shooter like that. Or maybe he just didn't want to be around a crowd of 60s. You know, young dudes, wild dudes. And so, you know, one of his brothers was in Tracy in 75. You know, another one of his brothers, Big Cal from the 60s. Not to be confused with Big Crip Cal. And so, you know, I went to school with a sister from kindergarten on up, or first grade or something like that. And so anyway, some girls from the 90s had moved over on 60th Street, this big old house on 60th Street. And I ended up getting one of them pregnant. And she had an auntie that lived in that house. And Jed started messing with the auntie. So one night, I leave my car over by Cal's house, and I walk over to baby mama's house. Now it's nighttime, it's late at night, it's after 12 at night, probably closer to 1 in the morning. It's dark, and it's, for whatever reason, it feels eerie this night. And I got a little pistol on me. I don't know what it was. It could have been a Magnum, but probably was a 38. I'm thinking handgun. I'm not sure. Could have been a Magnum. And I'm walking west up 60th Street. And I don't see nobody on the street. Ain't no cars going up and down the street. It's just an eerie feeling to it. It's like I could hear the trees, the leaves in the trees blowing. And I keep walking. And as I'm approaching the house, somebody comes from behind a tree. Boom, he draws down with a shotgun right in my face, right in my nose. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, Jed, what you doing? He said, my name ain't Jed. I'm like, homie, it's me, it's Kev Mac. He said, I know who you are. I said, well, why are you drawing down on me? He said, man, what's in your pockets? Jed, it's me, it's Kev Mac. Like, I don't want to go in my pockets. Then I got that pistol, right? And Jed's the homie, and I don't know what he tripping off of. Maybe he got some misinformation. I don't know. He mad. I don't know what's going on. And his girl comes out, and his girl like, hey, what you doing? He puts the gun down. I'm like, Jed, man, you tripping. He like, man, I don't trust nobody. Like, I come up to penitentiary, man, I don't want nobody around me. I don't want nobody coming up to me, nobody coming around me. I don't know who's coming at me. I'm like, man, you paranoid. There's something, man. There's something going on. Like, nah, man, you don't know what I'm into, man. But I'm not going to talk about all that. I'm like, all right, man. I'm just coming to see my baby mama. He like, yeah, my girl live here. All right, my girl live here too. You know what I'm saying? He had me shook. I was shook. I thought the homie was going to get me or try to rob me. And maybe he was going to rob me. I don't know, but I made it clear that I knew him and who I was, and he knew me. And he was like, man, he like, if that was anybody else, man, lights out. So at that point, Jed was going to chip me, man. I ain't done nothing to Jed. Whoever was walking up that street probably ain't done nothing to Jed. But Jed was all right, man. I last seen Jed in 1995. 1995, I know he was doing some licks because he got at me about some jewelry, some Rolex watches and stuff like that. Told me he was straight. He had money. He was good. I remember I ran across one of the homies and we was laughing because I had seen Jed on like Imperial and Crenshaw in an alley. And I see Jed. I'm like, what's up, Jed? You all right? He like, yeah, I'm good. I'm like, shit, you need anything? You need a ride? He like, no, I'm straight. Boom, I go on about my business. But the homie, he was doing like this grease business or something. So he was up early for hamburger stands and restaurants. So he's up early and he see Jed in the same area, but he notices that was by a bank. And so we was laughing and talking about that. The homie was on the caper for a bank, scoping out the bank, but I was unaware at the time. I just knew it was weird, but the homie was more up on it. So now I know the homie had been hitting these jewelry licks and got this jewelry. I understand everything. I understand the whole play, but now I'm locked up for robbery in 95. And the homie comes to jail for robbery in 95. I'm in the gang module. He's in the day room. So I see him in the day room. I'm like, Jed, what's up, homie? He's like, what's up, Kev Mac? I said, what's up? You need anything? He's like, nah, man. I'll take a candy bar or something. So I shot him a couple Snickers, man, and some Zoom Zooms and Wham Whams, and he thanked me. You could tell he was happy, man. He was so happy. But he was also sad because they gave Jed like 25 to life. Jed got a lot of time for robbery. And if I'm not mistaken, they struck him out. If I'm not mistaken, Jed struck out, man, but I'm not sure how many robberies he got convicted of, but the homie got found guilty, and he was on his way to the pen. He got found guilty quick. He was on his way to the pen, and I talked to him while he was locked up, and next thing I know, I don't remember who told me, but somebody told me and said, man, Jed died, man. Jed passed. I'm like, what? So I hit the homie Cal, like, Cal, you know your brother died? He's like, nah, man, my sister, nobody told me nothing. I'm like, yeah, man, y'all might want to check into that, man. Heard your brother passed in jail, man. So shout out to the Rodell family, man. I miss Cal dearly. I miss Jed. Jed was truly a big homie. Wild with it, but a big homie. And whole Rodell family, man. Nothing but love. Y'all take it easy, man. No real lesson in this story other than be on your P's and Q's, man, and try to walk a straight line. You never know when somebody might jump out them bushes or from behind a tree. And your life is in their hands. So be careful who you cross in life. Be careful who you disrespect in life. With that said, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the like button. If you would be so kind to leave a comment, I would appreciate it. Maybe you can give me some suggestions of what type of stories you would like to hear. And with that said, I'm out of here, y'all. Y'all take it easy, man. Thanks for watching. Salute. I'm out of here. Peace.